Hi guys, it's Karen Duncan here. Have you ever used the Consolidate tool in Microsoft Excel? This is an excellent resource for summarizing or consolidating values in multiple worksheets or multiple workbooks. Let's demonstrate how Consolidate is used in Microsoft Excel. So in our example today, we have 4 budgets from 4 different managers in 4 different divisions. This is the budget in Division 1. This is the budget in Division 2. This is the budget in Division 3 and Division 4. What I want to do is consolidate all 4 of these budgets from each division into one master budget. And I want to place that right here on this master budget sheet. This is a perfect scenario for using the Consolidate tool in Microsoft Excel. Now, there are 2 different methods of consolidating data or values. One way is to consolidate by position. Now, whenever we're consolidating by position, our values need to follow a specific template or a specific format. And if you look at all 4 of my budgets, they all follow a specific template. And that makes this data suitable for consolidating by position. So the first thing that you want to do is select the cell in the uppermost left corner of where your data is going to be presented. And that's going to be right here in this case. Next, we go to the Data tab. Then we're going over to Consolidate. Now, it brings up the Consolidate menu. First thing you're going to see is this dialog box. And above it, there's this word here, function. So if you click the drop down here, this gives us different options to consolidate by. So for example, do we want the average of all of our values consolidated? Or do we want the product? In this case, we're going to want the sum. So we're going to select sum, and that's going to be the default function there. Next, we're going to click reference. Now this is where we're going to set the range of data that contains the values that we want to consolidate. So firstly, I'm going to Division 1 and I'm going to select this range of values. Then I click add. Next I click Division 2's worksheet. And what's useful here is that what Excel is going to do is as you click on another worksheet, it's automatically going to highlight the same range of data that you selected in the first worksheet. So all you have to do is simply click add. So Division 3, I click add, and then Division 4, I click add. Next, what I want to do is ensure that this box here, which is called create links to source data, is selected. Now you don't have to select it, but when you select it, what it does is it creates a link to your source data. So let's say a manager in Division 2 made a change to one of the values on their budget. What that's going to do is filter that change into my master budget. So I click OK. And as you can see, Excel has consolidated all of those values into one master budget. Now, if we click any of these buttons to the left here, what it does is it gives us a breakdown of all of the figures that makes up each of the consolidated figures. We click it back to close it. If we click 2, it gives us a breakdown of all of the figures that makes up all of our consolidated figures. And if we click 1, it closes that breakdown. Next, let's look at consolidating by category. So in our next example, we have 4 expense reports from 4 different divisions. What we want to do is consolidate all 4 of these expense reports into one master expense report. This time though, we're consolidating by category. Now, what's extremely useful about consolidating by category is that our values don't have to follow a specific template, as is the case when consolidating by position. So for example, if you look in Division 1, salaries is my first expense category. Whereas if you look in division 3, it's actually my 5th expense category. What's super useful here is Excel is going to consolidate all of my values based on the category of expense that they fall into. So it saves me the time of having to sort this data and say enter a formula to consolidate those values. Now, whenever we're consolidating by category, we have to select the descriptions in the left column of our table, as well as the descriptions in the top row. So let's demonstrate how this is done. We're going to click here, and we're going to select our data tab, and then we're going to consolidate. Our function is going to be sum, and our references are going to be each of the expense reports in each division. So let's select them. Click add. And finally, the 4th. Next, what we want to do is select use labels in left column. What this does is it tells Excel to categorize our values based on the descriptions in the left column of our data. We also want to select top row, because what this will do is it's going to bring in the heading in our top row over our consolidated values. This time we're not going to select create links to source data, because we can't create links to source data where we're using one specific worksheet. Next, we're going to click OK. And as you can see, Excel has consolidated all of those values based on the category of expense that they fall into. So that's how you consolidate by category. So if you appreciated the value of what I shared today, guys, I'd appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. I want to thank you very much for watching. And let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on using the Consolidate tool? Do you think it's useful? Do you think it saves a lot of time? Are there any topics that you'd like me to share in an upcoming video? Then let me know that down in the comments as well. So I want to thank you again very much for watching, guys, and bye.